My name is Brand-Jacobsen. I work with the All for Ukraine Global Humanitarian Response and Refugee Support. We've been involved since the very first day of the war, working to provide support for refugees crossing from Ukraine into Romania, working with those who come to our city in Cluj-Napoca, Romania, to make sure that they have food, accommodation, but also that they are welcomed and feel safe here. And we've also been working from the very first week of the war to provide direct humanitarian supplies into Ukraine. And what I would like to say to you and to the people who have been involved in this response from all over the world is thank you. From the beginning of the war, we have seen the incredible solidarity which has been shown here in Romania, but also all around the world. Everyone stepping up to support, from bringing direct contributions to financial aid, to getting involved in every way we can to help to address and to meet the needs of those that are being affected by the war in Ukraine. I've just returned from Ukraine these last days now, and I'm about to go back into Kiev directly. The needs on the ground in the country are extreme and they're growing. More than 8 million people have been displaced inside Ukraine. What that means is that people have been forced from their homes, from their livelihoods in areas that are affected by the war, and gone over to other parts of the country that may themselves not be safe, but they want to stay as much as they can inside Ukraine. There are also millions more that are still living in cities under siege. What we are doing now in the All for Ukraine Global Humanitarian Response and Refugee Support is working directly with partners inside Ukraine. These are people of incredible courage. They're working with local authorities, with NGOs, with groups that have just come up, such as one of the businessmen we met that turned his business into a location for people displaced to come, to live there, to be fed, to have their needs met. Inside Ukraine, people are stepping up and responding to support each other at every single level. But just to give one example, in the town of Chernouts, they need more than 100 tons a day of emergency food supplies to help for those who have been displaced and come to Chernouts, but also to provide aid to the towns near them which are under siege from the Russian armed forces. We're making this direct video appeal to you to ask you to join us in ensuring that the critical medical supplies, the food aid, and the humanitarian support that is needed inside Ukraine today will get to the people that need it. And what we can commit is to ensure that 100% of every donation that you make goes immediately and directly through food supplies, through medical supplies, where we're working with hospitals and doctors on the front lines, but also to deal with critical needs for patients that have cancer, for patients that need dialysis, for patients that are suffering from chronic illnesses and need continuing support, and to provide the breadth of humanitarian requests that are coming to us from those working on the front lines inside Ukraine. So please, stand with us, stand with the people of Ukraine and the All for Ukraine Humanitarian Response and Refugee Support, and donate today. Help save people's lives. Help make a difference for the people in Ukraine.